Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to talk Start Collecting Age of Sigmar Warcry, and today we're going to take a look at the Sons of Velmorn. Now, Sons of Velmorn are one of the many Warhammer Underworlds warbands that have gotten rules in Warcry. We generally call these warbands in Warcry Bladeborn warbands. This means they are a little bit special. You can use them in all types of games of Warcry. They are considered named characters, so can't be upgraded during narrative campaigns in any way, nor do they suffer injuries or die, though, so there is, a little bit of good with a little bit of bad. But also, when you include them as allies for your other warbands, you only count the heroes for the warband as taking up slots of allies. So you would count this entire Sons of Velmorn warband, if you took them as allies, as just one slot, but you would be able to take every single member. You don't have to take every member, but you would have to take King Morlak first of all, then you can include any of his friends as well, any of his sons in fact. Now, with this, we're going to go through, talk about all the models inside this box set and how they work on the table before looking at some other models we can bring in to fully expand this warband. Generally, these warbands are around the 500 to 600 point-ish range, so we've definitely got a little bit of room to play with and bring in some extra fighters to the warband. And so, at the end of the video, we'll show you that sample army list, bringing all the things we talk about together in the end of the video. So with that all said, we start off with King Morlak Velmorn, the father of his four sons here. Now, King Morlak Velmorn has a couple of different rune marks, or for himself, he has the Beheading Strike, where he can do a nice bit of damage with the double ability that's going to be there for him. On top of this, he's also got the Leader rune mark, which is going to allow him to use the Deadly Command ability, which is a free one he's going to get on the Sons of Velmorn. Now, this is until the end of the battle round. You add one to the strength characteristic of melee attack actions made by visible friendly fighters with the Sons of Velmorn rune mark and the Minion rune mark. So that is 3 of his sons except Sir Jedrin Falspawn, and while they're within 8 inches of him. Now, on top of this, like I said, he's going to have one of the rune marks that's going to allow him to gain access to one of the special Soulblight Gravelord's abilities, and that particular ability, like I said, is going to be Beheading Strike, where until the end of this fighter's activation he adds half the value of this ability, rounding up to the damage points allocated by all critical hits from melee attack actions made by this fighter. On top of this, he's got 25 wounds and defense 5, which is really solid there, and 4 attacks at strength 4, 2-5 on his damage. Now, his Falspawn son, we can call him, Sir Jedrin, has 30 wounds and defense 5 with strength 5, 2-5 on his damage. He also has his own rune mark as well. This is going to allow him to be using the double called Sleepless Sentinel, which is one of the special rune marks for the Sons of Velmorn. Until the end of the battle round, friendly fighters with both the Sons of Velmorn rune mark and the Hero rune mark cannot be targeted while they're within 1 inch of this fighter. Effectively, he can protect King Morlak for us. Now we're going to have Marshal Volk Velmorn, who has the Minion rune mark, along with Helmor, the Hewer, and Thrain, 4th and last. All of these have Minion rune mark, which means they're going to have the Sibling Rivalry double available to them. They can only use this if another friendly fighter with Sons of Velmorn and the Minion rune mark has made an attack action this round. Until the end of their activations, they can add 2 to their attacks of melee. So effectively, they get better after the others are fought while they're near each other, as they're all trying to outdo each other and effectively gain their father's favour. Now, this also gives us access to other Minion rune mark abilities that we would get. So we've got the Shambling Horde, where a fighter can use this ability if they're within 6 inches of a friendly Soulblight Gravelord's hero, and the fighter can make a bonus move action up to a number of inches equal to the value of the ability. Now, lastly, we have Chosen Champion, which is a quad available to Sir Jedrin Falspawn as well, thanks to his rune marks. A fighter can only use this ability if they're within 6 inches of a Soulblight Gravelord, and a hero, they can make a bonus attack action. So not only can he protect his father, but he can also make bonus attack actions. In addition, he's adding half the value of his ability to his attacks and strength when they do so. So he can lure opponents in, protect his father, and then absolutely smash them. Now, looking at where to go next, my first port to call is the Necromancer. His quad for Van Hell's Dance Macabre, I think, is really solid. You can pick a number of visible friendly fighters with the Soulblight Gravelords and minion rune marks within 6 inch. Those fighters can make a bonus move or bonus attack action. This is really cool. This could be really great early on in the turn. If you've got doubles beside your quad, you could easily use this, and then use something like Sibling Rivalry to make sure any one of them can potentially get the double attack bonus there. Now, he's also got the Necrotic Siphon, where he can take wounds off a minion and actually give them to the hero, so really helping keeping, your big fighters alive. Next to this, we have the Vampire Lord, whose triple Call of the Crimson Feast until the end of the battle round will allow you to add one to the attacks characteristic. Really solid stuff. And then this can also be used by things like the Castellan as well, which is the Blood Knight's champion model. Now, the Castellan I like. It's got 30 wounds, defense 5, 4 attacks at strength 4, 2/5 on the damage, and it's also got the Deathly Charge ability where it can do damage after it ends its move within range of an enemy. Last but not least, let's talk about the thralls for the Soulblight Gravelords, and the first one we have to talk about here is the Direwolves. You can of course take Fellbats as well, but Direwolves generally are a little bit cheaper. Double for the Slavering Charge on the Direwolves is nice, where a fighter can only use his ability. They make a bonus move, but must finish close to the enemy model, as if they were at the start of their move action. The Fellbats do have this triple % of gore where they can do, but both fighters are allowed to come back and protect your heroes once more, so just an extra layer of protection for the king. And so this is the sample warband we've put together, playing in Soulblight Gravelord, so that means King Morlak Velmorn is going to be our champion. Now, of course, if you're playing in a narrative campaign and you're wanting to do this, I would strongly recommend making the Castellan or Necromancer your champion so you can upgrade them. But in a one-off game, narrative-wise, let's have King Morlak Velmorn. You can make a really cool, modelled units here. Maybe, his favourite knightly retainer is now a Castellan, and his, courtly wizard is now a Necromancer. And then, he's got his pet hound, a Direwolf. So we've then got heroes in the Castellan and Necromancer there, which I think could be really coolly converted to match the rest of the Sons of Velmorn. And then we've got all the fighters in there, so we've got all the sons, all 4 of them, so Jedron, Marshal Falk, Helmvor, the Hewer, and Thane fourth and last. Lastly, a Thrall for a Direwolf in there, another layer of protection on top for King Morlak Velmorn. This model can come back and fight around our force. Now, we do have 995 renown, spent out of 1,000, so there's 5 points to play around with here and there. We spent the extra points on the Castellan. We were 40 less, so I upgraded the Vampire Lord to the Castellan. If you like the Vampire Lord better, you can certainly play that instead of a Castellan, but I think having a fast-moving hard hitter like the Castellan is a really fun piece to have. 145 wounds is slightly above the average of 120 to 140 wounds, and 8 activations is pretty much smack bang in the middle of those average sort of wounds, which is really nice. If you've been playing with Soulblight Gravelords and you're interested in using the Sons of Velmorn in your Warcry Warband, or indeed you've actually managed to get a game in with them yet, let us know how you've been going and what you would do down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, come and join our Discord and join in the conversation there. We chat all things wargaming and other things besides as well. If you'd like to do that, you can come join via the descriptions linked to the server. Now, also linked down in the video's description is the best ways to support the channel via Patreon or YouTube members, or indeed grabbing some merch from our merch stores on either Teespring or on Ko-fi. As a special thank you to everyone who does support the channel on Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Alder and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising 8, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Aaron DeHaven, Kevin Bowman, and Iron Grinch. And a special thank you to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, and James South. Lastly, a special thank you to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel as well. Couldn't do this without you. Thank you all to everyone for watching once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment down below. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.